What's up, everybody? I'm Steven, that's Joel, and that is Cash. And we are better than ever. Today we're going to be mentioning our first driving experiences.
Yeah,
we did some dumb shit when we got our license.
Yeah. Well, you got yours before I did.
No. So I got mine.
But I failed my test the first time.
The driving or the exam?
The written test.
Oh, I failed the written test too. So
Did you?
No. See, what happened was, I think I got mine like a month or two after yours. Mm-hmm. But the thing was, you didn't drive without anybody until like after I did. So maybe that's what you're thinking. But you got yours first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember learning to drive in my fucking mom's.
The Warthog.
The Warthog. It's like greenish minivan.
It was amazing.
That thing, I think that was where I learned to drive in. And like that's what I use all the time, like to get around. Like I remember hauling everybody in the fucking back.
Bro, we would stack into that car.
It was a minivan. It fit like fucking 7 people or whatever it was.
First off, not many people had a car that they drove regularly.
No.
Like my parents.
Well, it's my parents' mom's car.
Yeah, we shared a car, but like at that time period, like it was a weird. Like I just didn't get a chance to really drive that car. But like you having that minivan was so clutch
because
to us that time period.
Everybody in it. If it's 7 people, we put everybody in it. Like there are times where like not very often where like we had all 7 seats filled.
Yeah,
it wasn't very often, but like we did. We would fucking drive to parties, shit like that, and like that's everybody get in, everybody gather in. And my poor mom.
I remember, and this is gonna be like, bro. I remember like, I don't know if we went. Did we go on the Warthog? To any of Jordan's shows?
Probably, yeah.
I'm almost positive. I like vaguely remember going on one.
I also took my dad's car a lot. My dad had a like 99 or 2000 Ford Taurus, which was inexcusably ugly. It was the ugliest car he could have picked.
Didn't he have like a beaded thing on top of the seat?
No, he didn't. No, he definitely had seat covers because he was like.
What seat cover did he have? I thought it was like a beaded seat cover.
No. My dad would not. No, he did not. But he always had seat covers. He always had towels laid in the back to cover to block like the fucking that top piece from the sun, which it worked because the towels were like so sun bleached. They were like white. My dad was super anal about it, and what I feel terrible about because I destroyed that fucking car. It was falling apart, but like I definitely did like some dumb shit. That one in particular, but the Warthog, the minivan, like that's what I learned to drive in. Like I remember driving around in our high school parking lot, and like I want to say the first day they took me to drive after I got my permit, I almost flipped it like twice because it was just like, oh, you're turning it way too hard. A wheel probably lifted up like while I'm turning, and like I was just,
I can only imagine your mother.
I'm like screaming. That's the last thing too. My dad taught me. My dad can get a little scary sometimes, especially when he's like very much like into it. So like these times, I think my dad was the one teaching me, and then my mom was definitely a little more calmer. But like my dad was just like, "You're going to fucking flip the car, knock it off." Like I was like, I didn't know he fucking know any better. I was like,
Steven.
Yeah. he was pissed. And like, it was also weird too because like I didn't realize the car moves when your foot's not on the gas pedal.
Really?
So that fucked me too. I'm getting in the car, you're putting a park, and it's automatically going. I'm just like, what am I doing? You're slamming on the brakes. I'm just like, why is it moving? Like, I thought it only worked when you press the gas, but logically, it didn't make any fucking sense because, like, if you let off the gas, it's just going to come to a complete stop. Like, it didn't make any sense. And then, so that parking lot is where I learned. It's also where we did a lot of dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Do you remember taking my dad's car, a Silver Surfer?
Over the hill?
Over the hill? Oh my God, the hill. The hill by the high school. So, oh my God. There was a hill, what, 2 blocks away from the high school?
Not even. It was like, it had to be like a block away.
We've done that in like everybody's car.
We would hit like, to be honest, it was probably like 60 miles an hour.
It probably wasn't. It wasn't even that, probably.
But it felt like 90.
It was a very steep like incline, and when you hit that thing going at least like 35, 40.
Great Dukes of Hazzard.
You bounced up. Your head hit the ceiling, and you were straight up just like in the air for like a split second. And as like a 17, 18-year-old, it was the funnest thing in the world.
Oh my God!
I remember just going down, making a U-turn and going back.
I don't know how we never like destroyed any of these cars.
No, I don't know either. And like there was other times too where like we've also definitely could have gotten in trouble. Like,
oh yeah.
Do you remember? It was like after soccer practice one day, and there was like, so for high school there was like that bridge that goes over to the grass field. Mm-hmm. You know I'm going this story?
No.
We're like coming back out, and there's like metal gates that open up all the way, and we're looking at it, we're like, do you think we can get the car through here? Do you remember this?
I like vaguely remember doing this.
It was me, you, and our other friend, and and it was definitely, I was off after hours. It was late, but it was like summer, so the sun was still out, and it was there, so it was like later, but it was still like light up. And so like I very slowly drove the car over this like. Very slowly drove this car over this like little ass bridge.
That bridge was like rickety.
Yeah, it was not great. Like I don't know how, but it fit. It had to be because like for them to like work on the field or get any kind of equipment. In there, it has to be like that had to be how they got through. Like I'm not sure if there was other like open gate or whatever. And like so it's only me. It's only the three of us. I'm pretty sure it was only the three of us. And I drive the car around the track or outside the field. And I'm thinking to myself, like,
were we senior year?
Yeah,
junior year.
Senior year had to be because I got my license right before I turned 18, which was senior year. So I got it like halfway through senior year. Yeah, yeah. So it was like towards the end of senior year. Yeah, like and I drove a car on the fucking track around the field. I'm thinking to myself, like,
how did we not get locked up?
We could have gotten expelled.
Oh yeah.
I think we would have got. I don't know if they had cameras. They must have, but I don't know.
Nah.
We would have gotten expelled. We're driving a car through the fucking track. It was just ridiculous.
We got lost.
We made a wrong turn. So yeah, we fucking did stuff like that. And then even just like driving itself, like I remember like hitting corners in this Silver Surfer, like I had probably 3 or 4 people in the back. And I'm like starting to skid a little bit. I'm thinking to myself, if I hit that curb, we're flipping.
Yeah.
And that is it. We're done. And like I somehow managed to fucking hold it together. And like to this day, I'm just like, I don't know how we did not flip either one of these cars at any point because I was reckless driver. I was reckless. I was terrible.
Because right now, like now, you don't seem as much of like a reckless driver.
No.
You seem to be super cautious.
No, I definitely, if you could call it maturing, I guess.
Like a full 180.
It's completely, now I'm completely opposite. I drive a little too slow. Sometimes it's like a little.
I completely forgot we did that with the soccer track.
Yeah, dude, it was. I don't know why we did it, but we just did it.
Why? Because we could.
That's 100% why. And then, do you remember the stupid regulations too, where it's like, oh, well, like when you still have your like provisional license, you can't be out past 11. You can't have somebody in the car who's not a family member. We did all that shit.
Yeah,
we didn't care.
I
did get pulled over once though. I lied and said one of our friends was my cousin. I was like, oh no, he lives with us, blah, blah, blah. But I still got a ticket for being out after hours because it was like 2 a.m. or something. But of course it was. And my fucking dad's like, so
damn. It's crazy to think about where we are now. Like,
oh yeah, no.
Like in our 30s. No. Like, that stuff feels like, I don't want to say yesterday because it doesn't feel like yesterday. But it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. No, it doesn't. It's like very like vivid memories for me because I'm just like, this is dumb. Do you remember one time too? We were driving behind each other. We were going, I guess, back. I know exactly what you're gonna say. Go ahead. Go back to your house. We were at the light. I know exactly where the light this was too. Yeah, and it was right by the Walgreens. Yes. Yep. Robin Grove. I know exactly. You were behind me, and like you had like was it? Like, I had like I think it was your wife's car. Was it? It might have been like the first one. Yeah, because it was a Corolla, wasn't it? Yeah, but I don't know if it was hers. Oh, it might have been your brother. You sure it wasn't Bentley? No, it wasn't. Because I wouldn't do that to Bentley Avalon. I wouldn't do that to Bentley Avalon. It was before that. Bentley Avalon. Yeah, Bentley Avalon. For anyone who's obviously does not know us, but Bentley Avalon was my mother's Toyota Avalon. I think it was a tank. I think it was that was smooth. Amazing. It was like uber luxury, but it was completely not luxury. It was. It was nice. It was a nice car. It was an absolutely nice car. So I would not do that to that car. But so I knew it was something very like again one of our older cars. Yeah. And I don't remember what car I was in. But like you sure you were in the Sentra? It was your first. No. What was your first car? My first car was the Altima? No, I had the Jetta that I crashed after a month, so we'll get to that. Oh, yeah. We'll get to that. So you get up to the Hilltop intersection, right at red light, and then like all of a sudden I feel it, bump. I look back in the mirror, and you're just laughing maniacally, like, I got you. I don't know whose car it was. Like, in hindsight, it's really fucked up because I was probably like my mom's car. So I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. Click, put it in reverse and start pushing you backwards. Bro, I vividly remember that. And I'm thinking, I could have doing fucked up your transmission. And I remember freaking out in my head. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna play this game. I'll play this game. And then like I'm thinking about it now. I'm being older. I'm like, wow, I could completely fucked up your family car. Like completely fucked up the transmission, whatever. Like,
and the thing is, it wasn't even it was my car. It was probably Jill's.
Probably. I don't know what possessed me to do that, but I'm like, all right, cool. You hit me, I'm gonna hit you. But I started pushing you back. Like I didn't hit you because you were so like
we were like in traffic.
We were at a light. So dumb, completely like just dumb shit we did, like horrible stuff. Like again, just packed everybody in, and then I got my first car. I got a 2003 Volkswagen Jetta, black, 1.8T. Great little turbo, make great little turbo noise, and I fucking crashed it after a month. Won't get into why, but I had it for a month, and it was like losing the love of my life. I was so upset.
I was only in that car like once or twice.
Probably, and like I felt horrible. I was like, oh my god, because my parents got me the car. Obviously, like I couldn't afford it. I was 18. I was like right after high school. So it was like September to October, like right after high school. Like it was right after. So it was like, oh cool, like I'm starting classes, like I need a car. And they got it for me, and like I felt terrible. And obviously insurance, like they took it, they gave us money for it. So it wasn't like, it was at the end of the day, it wasn't like awful. We didn't get money back, whatever. But it was still just like, I was my first car. I loved it, absolutely loved it. And then a few years later, like after just borrowing my fucking parents' cars for years and years, like we got another car, which was a super piece of shit. And this I paid for half of it. It was a 1997 Nissan Maxima.
Yeah.
That was like a shit green color, but it was.
We loved that car though.
Oh no, we did. It was a piece of shit though.
Yeah.
It was absolute piece of shit. And we bought it. Came home next day, wouldn't start. There was a crack in the radiator. So there was
Sounds about right.
It was super cheap though. It was like at the time it was like 1,800 maybe like 2,000. So that's pretty cheap for a car. Even nowadays you'll never find a car like that at a dealer. So
even that doesn't start.
Yeah. So it didn't need too much to whatever. Like I used a car for years, and like there was like a hole in the muffler, so it sounded super loud, even though it really wasn't. Like it was. This
car sounds bad.
Yeah, and at one point too, like I didn't have a radio, so I took it off to upgrade it. And I couldn't get the right part or something, so it didn't fit. So I drove for like a couple of months without a fucking radio, just a hole in the middle of the car.
Yeah.
It was just like, the horror looking back now, it's just funny seeing how far we come, but like, it's what I had. This is mine. You know, when I started this job, like I still had that. So like, after like,
Bro,
which also makes you think like, it was not that long ago when I had this fucking car.
Yeah. It was probably like 8 years ago.
Yeah. I started 8 years ago. So like I had it maybe like a year into the
7 years ago.
So like a year into the job, then
you've been working here for what, like 9 years?
8 years, yeah. 9 years next summer, yeah. So I had that for a while, and then you know, I got my dad's car, the silver Altima that trickled down and all that, and then the new stuff I had the BMW, the other Volkswagen, now the other Volkswagen, like I love my Volkswagens, clearly. But going back to those early days, like we beat the shit out of those cars. Like we were disrespectful to those cars. Yeah. Like my dad's car, I remember just like shits and giggles, just stepping on the gas and just parked just to hear the engine. I was so rude. Like my dad never heard me. He would have killed me. He would have taken the keys away. But that's it. That was just like what we had. You know what I mean? Like
it worked.
It was what we had, and like looking back at it, man, I don't know how A, I still have my license. How my dad never let me drive the car ever again after half the stuff we did, and then B, how I still alive, because like I almost slept it multiple times. So I don't know. I just something about I was just like young, late teens, thought I was the top of the world type of kid.
Yeah,
I was like driving like maniacally and stuff like that. And like I was never like a huge like car guy. You know what I mean? Like even growing up, I wasn't like that big into it. Like I am more so now. But back then, I was just like, driving's fun. I love driving. I used to drive around to get lost on purpose. I used to just drive around. We used to do that too. I used to like pick you up. We used to just drive around. Fuck it. Let's just head north.
We would just talk shit, smoke black miles, and keep it pushing.
Those were good times though.
Yeah, well, simple though.
Yeah, we used to just hop on one road and then just take that straight for as long as we could. As long as we felt like it. Yeah, just bullshit. And
I wish those were filmed because those would be great podcasts.
Yeah, we were also 18, 19. Like,
I mean, they would be stupid topics, but it would be great podcasts.
That would be, that was dumb shit. So yeah, that was, I don't know what kind of came over me at that time where I thought I could just fucking I was this incredible driver, just fucking swinging around corners and stuff like that. But I don't know, as I think it's kind of progressed, like as my cars got slower, I got better appreciation for certain cars.
Yeah. Well, I think too, you also bought the car, started buying the cars yourself.
Oh yeah, now like I'm fully leasing it out of my own pocket. Now it's just like this is my fucking car. Like
now you take care of it.
Yeah, 100%. But also like just cars in general. Like even now, like I'm reading like Initial D, like the manga, the car manga, the racing car manga, and it's just I'm super into it. It's like love these cars, like all this into this stuff, and like I don't know if I definitely would get honestly one of these old like right-hand drive Japanese cars. Like I'm always looking for that one of them. But I don't know if that's like one of my dream cars. So that's the next topic I want to get into. It's like a slow segue into this is like, what is your realistic and unrealistic dream car?
Okay, so my realistic dream car is something
realistic. I'm going to preface this. This is something that we could probably get in the next like 10 years versus out of this world. Like
my realistic dream car that I truthfully want to get.
Yeah.
And I know it's something that I have to buy and fix it.
I know. I think I know what you're going to say.
It's a 67 Fastback Mustang.
Yeah. Oh!
You were going to say Stingray?
I was going to say Stingray. So you used to love a Stingray.
So I'm torn between both.
Yes, okay.
So I can say either or. I don't think the Stingray is 67.
I don't know.
But I know the Mustang. It's a 67 Fastback Mustang.
Specifically that one. Okay.
I would love to have an old Stingray as well.
Oh yeah.
I just love the cars so much. I would just love an old muscle car.
Yeah.
I think I would want to resto mod to some degree where I can have some kind of like modern day things in it, like a radio, speakers.
There's still radios in old cars.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like a modern radio.
CarPlay.
Yeah, CarPlay.
GPS, a little screen. A lot of people do.
Yeah, like, I would love to do something like that. Like, I wouldn't want it to be fully that era.
Okay.
But I just kind of like would love like that
style
of car. There's something just so cool about those cars.
Yeah.
Like especially an old Mustang, just to fucking just drive and hear that engine, like just how full the engine sounds, and you just look so different on the road. Like everyone's kind of looking at you in like these modern vehicles, and they're all of like aluminum.
It's funny because like you see them now, and you're just like, oh, that person must be going to a car show.
Yeah.
Like there's like no other reason to be driving one of those around. Like it's like, oh, they're going to a car show or just leaving a car show. Like oh, maybe there's a car show in town. Like there's no other reason to be driving one of these cars daily. And it's just for a reason. Like they're historic, they're classics, like they're gorgeous. Like they break necks. They really do. Like you see one, you can't help but look.
But my dream is to own one day and put like
what color?
I'm thinking like, so if I had the Mustang, if I had my dream color, it would be like a deep emeraldy green.
Ooh, okay, nice.
Like if you look the wrong direction, it might be black, but it's green.
My first thought, we said Mustang, I pictured a navy blue one.
Yeah.
Like navy blue with
like white stripes.
Yes. Oh, it's so sick. I love that. Yeah.
Beautiful. Navy blue, white stripes with like camel interior.
Oh, yeah.
Camel leather.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Very nice.
Bro.
I'll go on with my realistic. So I was torn between, the first one it's not my final answer, but as you mentioned, like it's also a very cliche answer, is the R34 Skyline.
Which one?
The R34.
That's the new one or the old one?
That's the older one.
The older one.
That's a Paul Walker one.
Yeah. What's it called now? It's not R34.
It's technically it's like 35, but right now it's just called the GTR.
Okay.
It's just Nissan GTR. That's also my contender for another realistic one, either the old one or the new one. So like, I was originally going to say those because it's like right-hand drive. Like they were banned here up until fairly recently. So like it's also an I-turn, but it's also so like,
especially when you're on the wrong side of the car.
Apparently, like you do get used to it pretty quickly. Like
of course, I don't see how you wouldn't.
But imagine going to get drive-through.
A horrible map.
Like, you probably wouldn't. I don't know if I could. I'm just going inside. Fuck it.
Probably.
If they're open, or listen, you got to do.
Or even then, you just lean over. You had to make sure you go through a drive-through with someone else.
That's annoying. Hey, come hop in the car with me. I want to go get McDonald's. No, dude, not doing that. So those are my answers, but those are very cliche. Like those are like, especially after Paul Walker and everything like that. That's what he drove in like the second Fast and the Furious movie. Like that was his car. So everybody knows that iconic like silver and the blue and everything. It's like all right, but then my other one would have been like the newer GTR. It's also very realistic. They're still making them too, which is also crazy. Like I think they're still coming out with new models, and like they have not changed much in the last 10, 15 years. They don't have to. Like they're perfect. Like I remember watching a bunch of videos on it because I was also obsessed with it at the time, where they're competing against like other supercars, and it had like the best like launch control So just like it was quicker off the line than like most supercars, even though despite costing half as much.
Yeah.
So that was also a heavy contender. But my realistic car, don't know if you'll ever get it, is a British car, which is also a bad sign. It is a 20...
Aston Martin Vanquish?
No. This is realistic I'm talking about.
It's like fun.
I ain't fucking buying the Aston Martin like I do. My realistic dream car is a 2019 Jaguar F-Type Type R.
Ooh.
It is the best looking car I think I've ever seen. And it's maybe not the best looking, but it is up there. Specifically in Jaguar's British Racing Green, which is the dark green, like that emerald, almost emerald, but it's dark, heavy green. And it's gorgeous. And it's also new, which is probably my first thought when I was thinking about this, when I was thinking about choices, like, I would have done something older. But I'm looking at it, I'm just like, no, that's incredible. Like, I love that thing. Yeah. And I see one every now and then. I tell my wife, I'm like, next 10 years, I'm getting one of these. And it is incredible. The sound from the exhaust is like unlike anything, like on the road. Mm-hmm. It is also like a little older. Like they updated like the face and the headlights after 2020, I want to say. And so they're really like slim and like they completely ruined it. So anything pre like 2019, it's fairly recent too. It's like 2013, 2019. I'll take any of them. Only like 40, 50 grand now. And 2 seats, obviously. It's an incredible, huge grille that Jaguar always does. Yeah. The big ass stick symbol in the middle. And I'd probably get the convertible because like
why not? I always wanted, might as well do it.
I always wanted a convertible. Like I had one for a little bit. But there's something about this car, like it just every corner, every angle, it is stunning. And it's just like I always like can't believe like it is realistic. You know what I mean? Because you see that, you're just like, oh, that's got to be worth like 100, 120.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like brand new. It's like 60, 70. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's like a fun little sporty car, but it is gorgeous. I'll pop up a photo. Like it is chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
Incredible.
Big facts.
And like I not practical, but like a 2-seater. I would just love. You know what I mean? Like I at that point, if I'm buying a car like that, like I'm not doing it for any practicality purposes. You know what I mean? Like I'm not fucking throwing kids in the back or anything like that. Like that's going to be my car.
Yeah.
You know, so that's my realistic dream car. Possibly, hopefully, next 10, 15 years or so. At that point, I'll be a lot older, so whatever, we'll see. Yeah. But it's also Jaguar, which is like British car in general, notoriously unreliable. Yeah. So like, but it's also like I don't drive far to work.
You know, drive very far.
It'll be like
it's just a fun car, I guess.
Sunday car. Yeah. You know, that's for me. That's my realistic dream car. So what is your unrealistic? What is your pipe dream car?
The newest version at any point of the Urus.
Oh, really?
Lamborghini Urus, white, black rims, red interior, bloody fucking guts. Oh my!
White? You say white with black rims?
Well, yeah.
Okay. White. I don't think I've ever seen a white one.
White, black rims, all badges murdered out, like just black. And I want the guts to be bloody as fuck. Oh my god!
You like the white on black? Like,
yeah, I love it. I want to make my seats now red.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Why do you like the white on black so much?
I don't know. It's just so clean.
Makes it pop a little bit.
It's just a clean look.
It is very clean.
I mean, when it's dirty, it's fucking dirty. But
that's every white car, though.
Yeah, but like I like specifically white, black rims, all the badges black.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't want any silver in the car.
Okay.
White, black. That's it.
Do you like it's a truck over like a regular Lamborghini?
Yeah, the Urus is the truck.
Yeah, I was saying, but like, is that why you like it more than like the regular ones? Because it is like an actual daily car.
I think personally, like I just very much like trucks better than I like cars. Okay, yeah. I think like, for the realistic thing, it's like the Mustang is just very much a head turner and just super nice.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't go get a Mustang like truck thing that they have now, like the Mach-E or
electric one. Yeah.
But like I very much would love like if I had all the money in the world, I would go walk into Lamborghini and be like, give me a Urus. White, black rims, black badges, red, bloody interior.
Isn't it Lamborghini too, where like you can go into the dealership and like pick out every even the color stitching on the seats.
Head to toe.
If you're paying that much, you might as well.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh my goodness! I mean, I'm
trying to picture like a white one. That's very rare. I've never ever seen a white one.
Yeah, bro, it's so nice.
It's very like. I also like this about certain cars too. Is like very like sharp lines. very aggressive looking. You know what I mean? With very like, sharp angles, like little, like all Lamborghinis, like modern Lamborghinis are like that too. Like you remember the Aventador being like that too, where they're just like just hard cuts and fucking edges everywhere. Like you cut your finger on it. Like something about that is just super aggressive looking.
Oh yeah. Just, I mean, honestly, like even just the Central C line. I went from a Yaris to a Urus.
Yeah, I like Central C. I remember that video. All the Urises come out and all different colors. That's I was like, I get that. I get that. Yeah, I get that. For mine, I definitely went super unrealistic. Probably a couple million.
Oh, what kind of Bugatti did you say?
No, not in Bugatti. It's older. It is older though. So I do talk about me possibly picking an older car. If I picked the older car here, I had a little toy of this. I used to have it in my room. I don't know if you remember. I had it like it was a little. It was red. It was a little thing. I have a poster of it.
Ferrari?
A Ferrari F40.
Okay. Yeah.
Specifically in black.
I like vaguely remember you having a Ferrari thing.
Yeah, I had a little Ferrari, but I wanted it specifically in black though. Something because it's also interesting because you said like a white Lamborghini, which you never see. I want a black Ferrari because like it's so different.
So, I think what show is that? It was like Gas Monkey. It's a show on Discovery Channel. Yeah. They got their hands on a Ferrari and they made a black Ferrari just like that, I think.
There's this one guy in England who's like a collector. He's like some radio host or whatever. It's like he's loaded. And he has a bunch of Ferraris, but he has them all in white. And it was very different. Very different. But something about a black Ferrari, which is also just so different. Again, come back.
Do you want the yellow badges too?
Yeah. I want the yellow badges too.
Big Batman guy. Fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I was looking at it too. I'm like, yeah, this looks like a Batmobile, but like that was not on purpose. Like that 40 is just like it's incredibly. It was like late 80s. I want to say late 80s, and it's like bare bones. Like there's no flooring. There's a floor. Don't get me wrong. There's a floor.
Fred Flintstone.
There's no air conditioning, no radio. It's like super, just like stripped down track day car. Like it is. Again,
can you drive it normally?
Yeah, it's probably not practical, but yeah, you could. Huge, gigantic spoiler, which is attached. So like, it's attached like at the end. So like, it comes up like a perfect like rectangle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it sits super low. It has a pop-up headlights, but when they're down, like, the front is just like so smooth. That the way like the profile is incredible because it's so low. The nose is so low to the ground, it swoops up a bit, and then you have this gigantic spoiler at the end, which makes it look hilarious. But it is gorgeous. Like, it was a huge thing in the 80s. I think that's why I also love it so much, because like, I love the whole 80s as an era. And I'm looking at it, I'm just like, this is different. Like, the F50 came out like not long after, and it lacked that character. It lacked that certain something, the X factor, like this cool factor that 40 had. And comparing the two, it's just like you can see they made modern improvements. But I don't want that from a crazy Ferrari. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna get a Ferrari, like I would love to get an older one, even though like Testarossa, like not practical. Probably runs like shit nowadays compared to everything nowadays. But it is they back then, like that early '90s, like '80s era Ferrari is just like there's just something about them that was so different, and they were just like balls to the wall, crazy, like no safety regulations. Like it was like you want a Ferrari, you're getting a fucking Ferrari.
Yeah, murder machine.
Yeah, and like it's just like gigantic engine in the back. Like when it's open, it's like the whole like half of the car like opens up, and it looks insane when it's all open. And like you can't see out of the back because of it. Like it is not practical in any way, shape, or form, but it's also so rare and so expensive. Like that is unrealistic. That is millions and millions. Like that is like.
Yeah.
Even if I make it big, like even that's gonna be a tough purchase. But it's just like that is.
It's only gonna get more expensive.
Exactly. Yes, it is, and it's also very like sought after, like because it is batshit crazy, and it is like one of those Ferraris that is just a poster car. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's a car you have on poster in your room as a kid. Like it's a Ferrari F40. That couple.
I feel that.
Yeah.
It's funny. I like, as you say, I vaguely remember you having that.
It was a little like Hot Wheels toy. I love Hot Wheels toy, and then recently I got like a Lego set for it, which is really funny. It does look something like it, but I just always loved it. It's always my favorite car. And like I don't know if it was because I had a toy as a kid, which I got my parents bought me because I remember having it. Like I used to have a huge box of Hot Wheels. Yeah, and I had a bunch of them, but that one in particular was like my favorite. That's the only one I like kept out of the box. So I'm just like, there's something about it. Even as a kid, I'm just like, this looks cool as fuck. This is a car. You know what I mean? This is an automobile. This is not like something you just drive around to fucking work. This is a proper car.
It's like a spaceship.
It looks like one too. Yeah.
I think with that car specifically, the thing I will always love about it is the pop-up lights.
Yeah, I love pop-up lights.
Something about pop-up lights is like very much.
And also because notice when they're down, it looks very sleek.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about them. Like you don't need them. So it just makes the whole hood look a lot smoother and more aerodynamic and everything. And again, don't know why we don't have those again, but.
They'll come back eventually.
I hope so, because they look incredible. They're all down and everything looks smooth and aerodynamic.
Yeah, it looks fast.
Exactly.
It's sitting still and looks fast.
Exactly, yeah. But then you have the stupid headlights come up and it's just like, all right. Yeah. Takes away from it.
Meh.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is our terrible driving stories.
Yeah.
And our realistic and unrealistic dream cars. Hope you enjoyed. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.